Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 25 minutes away from 10 o'clock on the night after the night. I couldn't remember what night it was. Whatever night it is. Think it's Thursday night. Couldn't think last night. They'll call it brain fog. I do get it regular. And I didn't want, if I said the wrong thing, I'd be corrected anyway, which I don't mind. And otherwise, if I made a real howler, I'd have to go back to scratch again and set it up. So, you know me in editing. We don't get on. Plough on. 2 for tomorrow. And we have a funky bet. I think for the first time ever. Before we hit the horses, we will shout out to a few new passengers on the bus. Tony Watson. Good to see Stephen Erskine back again. Stephen done the logo, the bus logo for the channel for me last year. Thank you very much. Free of charge. Great man. Toran Leah. Another Mickey D. A Michael Donoghue. There's a few there. There's a Michael Deacon and there's a Michael Duncan and lots of Mickey D's round about now. Gary Noble. Owen Killamade. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Ashley Pearmain. First name, surname. Mark Rose. Joe Finnelly. Joe TV. Todd Jukes. That's a Jewkes. Probably not pronounced properly. Kinney Count. He's a bus driver. You'll be on standby if anything ever happens, mate. Ollie Monaghan. Phil Lower. And Jay Rowe. Connor Droney. Scott Matheson is off to Edinburgh for the weekend. He'll be 22 years married. Have a nice time. Don't fall out. And a shout out to Keane Galvin. He is out in America. He'll be from this neck of the woods. I know him since he was a Gossoon. He's out on a soccer scholarship out in the States. I'm not sure what part he's in. But wherever he is, he'll be doing okay. He's a good lad. I coached him for a good few years at underage football. Mark Quickfall left a message the other night and about Cheltenham, but I might get back to that some other night. There was a few things in my head, but I probably should have to jot them down maybe Monday or Tuesday night of next week when it's quiet. I forgot to mention the other night as well about Nick Rocket. I put him up as a anti-post bet for the Irish Grand National. That is next Monday week. I am in Belfast, I think, that day. I got my dates crossed off or mixed up. I'm on a tour. I think and Sunday they're coming in, a few Yanks, and we're doing 2 nights I think in Belfast. I was looking as well there for, and I didn't answer back yet. Nick Rocket, he was 8-1 the other day. I was saying he's a nice little weight he's rated 146. He was one of my fancies anti-post for Cheltenham. They kept him for this. They ran Corbett's Cross and they ran Factifile. And they didn't want to finish second, obviously, to them. Kept him for this. He has won twice over the track, Fairyhouse, so he'll be all right on the track. So I just need a bit of luck then and running. But he was open at 8-1. He's 4s and 5s and he's 6s in some places. So I hope you got a few pound on. A lovely message left from Ed Middleton. I actually pinned it last night. So that I'm absolutely humbled to read messages like that. Thanks very much. I didn't answer you back yet. I said I'd answer you back this way. Instead, I'm just looking at my phone. I see there's 44 thumbs up to it. So that's great to see. Thank you very much, all of you. We had 2 horses running today at the right angle. I took on the 2 favourites. I took on Willie's, the form of his run I thought wasn't much. And the other one then, the Bromheads, I thought on an angle through what was it, Dr. Egg man, that we had a chance. Drifted like a barge all day. He actually went out. I put a few pound on him before the off at 11-1 each way. But Sean Byrne's horse improved, although he was in front of him in that bumper before to the Cheltenham winner. He was third in when we were fifth. I thought we might improve more than that. We didn't, and I wouldn't even dawn on me to do the reverse forecast. Sean Byrne doesn't get too many winners. I was in the yard a couple of times about 10 or 12 years ago up in Carlow. His son and daughter used to ride out that time for Jessica Harrington. She wouldn't be that far away from their yard. He's a farmer as well. Heaps of machinery up there, and combine harvester and tractors and everything. He had a great mare around that time, Oil Lily. That would be the dam of that horse today. I remember when a good few pound in a maiden in Leopardstown to get her handicap for Galway, which she ran down the field in the 2 mile handicap in Galway. She was second in Aintree, I remember, around that time, or the year before that as well. Anyway, then we had a grand little winner in Les Ayres Express, given a very patient ride. Jumped great, bar one, made one bit of mistake. I drifted out to 9-2. I was watching on the phone, actually. I was in Roscommon town today. Watched on the phone, went out to 9-2 and I was comfortable enough watching it all through. So we'll get that again. It won't go up that much, and it was the first time at that trip. So that's 2 stayers yesterday and today that we will be following again. So tomorrow we have a 3 mile chaser and a 2.5 mile chaser. Where are we here? No, we're not going to that race. We are going to the 2:30 at Newbury. It's a horse I tipped up a couple of weeks ago when the meetings were abandoned. Atlanta Brave. This is a novice handicap chase. It was last seen in the Mandarin, which is a decent race, and that's for all aged handicappers. 3 miles 2 in Newbury, and it was went off 11-4 favourite. Second to 7th favourite was Sorry Quest, but it was well back to Bangers and Cash. But if you look at the horses that was in the race, a Bow to Greatness, yes indeed, striking a pose. Doc picked me a decent field for a good pot. I will just watch the race. This was over nearly 2 furlongs longer than tomorrow's.
Strongly into contention. Doc Pick Me is next. They take the next fence. 4 in line together. Atlanta Brave joining in with Surrey Quest. Then Shanty Alley together with the game Bangers and Cash on the far side. Heading now towards the next. Surrey Quest lunged at that. Atlanta Brave with a real chance now on the stand side. What a race Bangers and Cash has run. He's still in third, ahead of Shanty Alley, who's weakened in fourth. Certainly Red is next. To the final fence now. Atlanta Brave just with Surrey Quest. Surrey Quest far side. Atlanta Brave this side. Compelling finish at the end of 3.25 miles. They're clear from Bangers and Cash. What a scrap this is to the line. Surrey Quest and Atlanta Brave. Surrey Quest just doing best now. Surrey Quest from Atlanta Brave. Surrey Quest wins the Coral Mandarin. Brave effort from both of them. Atlanta.
Long way back to the third. He ran that off 1:21. He's up £5. Richard Patrick stays on board. Went up £6. 127. Yeah, up £6 for finishing day. I hate to see that happen. But anyway, hopefully tomorrow back down a bit in class, because he back down to novices races. Back in trip might suit as well. Got outstayed there. So that's one bet. And the other one then is that we go to Hexham. A 2.5 mile race, handicap chase. Small field of 5. That Cudgel is an 11-year-old. The only place it has won ever was in Hexham. But as 11, it can't be improved, but it will run well without a doubt. It's racing off 89 now. The last time it won was 74 and 78 last March and April. A good run the last day to Largy Train. But I'm going on Nights in Venice. It's a lightly raced horse. What is it? 8-year-old. It's only run twice over fences. And it won the last day in Ayr. And the horse that it beat is a decent enough horse. I had thought I had that set up. Obviously not. But they'd be the two, and there's a funky bet. This is the bet I do myself now and again. But there's a race tomorrow. It's a very interesting race. It's the 3:33 at Newbury. It's a handicap hurdle, but I could make a case for 3, if not 4 horses in the race. So I was going to suggest was doing a Tricast combination with the 3, 9, 12. Steel Alley for Sam Thomas won for us yesterday. First time in a handicap. It's rated 124. Better ground seems to what it is better at, because if you look at it, it was pulled up on heavy and it was second to 3 Cliffs Bay, but it was behind Gidley Park and it was behind Golden Ace on good to soft and soft. And I see that it's good to soft in places, so it must be drying out. It hosed up the last day in Wincanton. Now whether it's well handicapped or not is another thing. But I was thinking if the handbrake is in the off position, if they're trying, that it possibly should be in the first 3. The same applies to David's Well. He's first time in a handicap as well tomorrow. He's off 108. He was that new run in Newbury behind Making Headway. Handbrake was on that day. He after the last, he could have actually finished a very close 3rd if he wanted, and he hosed up the last day. But the only thing that the horse that he beat in 2nd place was rated 80. So whether he's handicapped well at 108 is the thing. And then we have Dan Quest for the Inform, Nick Skelton or Dan Skelton. This is supposed to go up £6 from the day after tomorrow. So they're trying to get a run into him after that run in first run in a handicap the last time. So at 112, he was only beaten a length, and they're running it before the £6 goes in. So I could make a case for any of them 3. There's also could be a case made for, there's another one there as well, Philip Hobbs in the same race, Imperial Saint. But I thought it was between the 3 if they were, as I say, if they're off tomorrow. This one is first time in a handicap as well, so you don't know what's the long term plan for them like. So I don't think I ever suggested before Tricast combination 3, 9, 12, so that'll be 6 bets. So you do it for 1 it's 6, 2 is 12, 3 is 18, 4 is 24, 5 is 30, and so on. Take your choice. Didn't look at Fundalk. I'm going to skip it. I'm going to have a look because I'm going to Galway in the morning around 11 or half 11. I want to have lunch with a man in the Galway Plate, 2 or half 2 tomorrow. And then have that whole CPC course from 4 o'clock to half 11 tomorrow night. So it'll be, I might go for a game of cards after and come back the following morning. So I'll also bring the laptop with me and do a video for Saturday. That's probably what I might do, because there'll be a dinner break for 3/4 of an hour or something. I would hope so anyway. I'm going to be hungry anyway. So, Bash the Bookies over and out.